Alright man, it's your boy Marco Blend, owner of Reliable Quality Grooming, one of the flyest things going in the city. Today, we coming in with a tutorial on how to do a drop fade with the detachable clippers. This is the RQG system, and I got one of my dogs that, you know what I'm saying, let me do it on them, you know what I'm saying? It's my partner, my bro, Jace. I use the detachable clippers for my fade and my blend, but just to start it up, just for time management purposes, we're gonna go ahead and put this line in there with the adjustables. We're gonna close it all the way up, and we're going right in. This is to start your template from, you know what I'm saying, what you see and where he wants his fade. Cause you got, let me get all this out real quick so I can explain this in detail, slight detail. Now, Jace, you want your shit high, mid, or low? Mid. A mid fade is usually at the corners. Low fade, bring it up from here and you fade up into that corner. The high fade is up here. So we going mid with Jace. This is usually how he cut his hair. You know what I'm saying? I've cut his hair quite a few times, and pretty much this is his style of how he do his drop fade. And again, this is your template. This is what starts and gives you the vision to see exactly what you're cutting and where the blend and the fade meet and merge. Now, let me put this disclaimer out there, you know what I'm saying? When it comes down to adjustable clippers and the detachable clippers, there is no direct, correct way to cut a head. There's so many different ways to get to the end result that it's not a right or wrong way. It's what way works for you and what is more efficient for you. I'm big on time, so I use the detachable clippers because I know how to work those clippers. I know how to work each blade to make it blend in and merge with the other blade. And then on top of that, once I use those clippers, the grow back from a client is all in unison. Everything grows back in the same fashion I cut it in. Now, just because I want a smooth ball, I'm gonna go ultra ball with the edges. Again, this is just the preset before I get into fading and blending. Now we move into the detachables. Detachable clippers. Now you got two brands, you got two levels of it. You got the Super ZR 2s and the ZRs. I use either or, but right now I'm in my grind mode, you know what I'm saying, the old school me. I'm gonna go with my old flavor, the first ZRs. First blade we start with is the one blade. One blade gives you that first guide, so we create our fade. Like I say, it's a two-part system. It's the fade and then the blend. You're gonna take this up half of the bulk that you see. As you can see, we done made it out our guide. And when you make this guide, it's all about your angle that you're holding these clippers. I'm not holding it super flat. I'm holding it at an upward angle to get in to where I can get all the hair. Because if I lay it flat, it's gonna be certain places where the hair is not getting. Now it's the time and the place that you lift and bring the clipper down from 90 to 180 degrees. But at this point, we're trying to make a definite guide so we know exactly what we use. Next blade we use, 08 blade. This is one of my favorite blades because it's the merger. This is what I call a merger blade. It brings the whole blend and the fade together so everything comes in unison when it grows back. But this is the fading part of the two-part system. We use the one blade first to make that guide, and now we use this 08 blade and we taking it up about 1/4 of an inch up into where we took that one blade. And again, it's all about your angles, you know what I'm saying? The angles on it, it's allowing me to chip away at the, as you can see, that line is pretty much disappearing. The thickness of that line. Next blade, 3 out. And as you can see, I'm walking the blades all the way down. At the end of this tutorial video, I'm gonna show y'all the blades and how they set up, and you actually use them in that form, in that way, in that fashion. 3 out. You take the 3 out, 1/4 of an inch up to where you made the one blade and the OA meet. As you can see, the line is already there. You see the fade is pretty much there. That's complete. Next blade up, 4 out. As you can see, we walking all the clippers down to all the way to the 0. Again, 1/4 of an inch up to where that 3 and that OA meet. And usually the 4 out, like they will teach you in barber school that you don't need the 4 out, but trust me, it's one of those blades that you don't know you need, but still use it. It's still vital to the hair growing back all in unison. If you skip this blade, when the hair, you won't see it right now, but when the hair starts to grow back, you'll see the difference in between the 3 out and the 5 out if you don't use it. Last one up on the fade is the 5 out. This is to make the merger between the T edges that I use to clean them up and the 0. This is that merger. And you see at this point, I'm using a chipping method. I'm not using the whole clipper. I'm not leaning it up. I'm using a slicing chipping method. So I won't create another line. And I won't lead up into the fade part of it. Now, part 1 is complete. Now we moving into the blend. The fade is there. It's a nice transition. It's all smooth all the way down to 0. Now, from this part, we gotta worry about all this bulk up here. We gotta make all this meet with this. So that's when I say fade, blend. Say it with me, y'all. Fade, blend. That's why they call me Marco Blend. I ain't gonna lie to you. I never played with. All right, now with the 1.5, the same motion that we took that 1 and we made that guideline for the fade, we gotta make a guideline for our blend. And again, it's all about your angles. I'm not laying the clipper directly flat on his head. I got an upward motion on it. And we're getting our guideline for our blend. I see certain people's hair growing in certain different ways, different patterns. All these patterns that I'm cutting in right now are against the grain motion. We're going against the grain when we come to the fading and we come to the blending. Our guideline is set. Guideline is set. Next blade up is a 1A blade. The 1A blade to me, and this is how I make it all make sense, the 1A blade is just as important as the OA blade, because the OA blade is a merger and this blade is a merger too. I feel like this is like a Swiss Army knife type of blade. When you put it on and you use it, this is one of the blades that we're going against the grain, and we also gonna go with the grain with to smooth everything out. So that's why I say it works both ways. You take this 1A blade and you go 1/4 of an inch up into the blend guide. As you can see, the blend is coming together. And with this blade, you are not using the whole blade. You're using maybe 1/4 of the blade. Maybe 1/4, maybe half. You know what I'm saying? Anywhere in between, but you're not using the whole full blade. It's more of a slicing, chipping technique that you use. As you can see, the fade and the blend is literally coming together. And it's like, when using this technique, it's tedious, but it's slight effort. You don't have to do too much. Each blade walk into the next blade, so makes it a lot simpler to teach and a lot easier to retain the information. We done with the 1A. Next blade up is that 1 blade. This is the blade that we started with. This is the one we started with, so it's making the blend and the fade literally come together. Again, same chipping motion. You're not using the whole clipper or the whole blade. Now the fade is meeting the blend. Done with the one. Now if I clean up, now as a barber, I see this line still here, and that's the OA. That's the chipping motion that we use. Most people probably wouldn't see it, but you'll see it once it grow back if I don't use this OA blade. So we're gonna do the same motion, 1/4 of an inch up to where that one was, and we're gonna do some spot cleaning and some kind of, it's slight detail work. This is what I call detail work. Like my dog said, he wanted a mid. The 0 starts here, and we had a median from the 0, and we blended it all the way up. The fade and the blend is there. Now we go back and we smooth it down with the Swiss Army knife with that 1/8. 1/8 is gonna lay down all of the thick hairs that you see that I didn't touch with the 1.5. It creates the full, smooth transition from all the blades I just used. And you have just reached fade, blend, complete. Now, if you've just witnessed the RQG fade system in maybe 15 minutes flat. So, hey, subscribe, like, comment, and tune in. We got more tutorial videos coming after this. We got way more detailed work to show you as far as edge ups, how to apply enhancements. Pretty much the whole umbrella of the barbering is gonna be up under the RQG Academy. So like I say, subscribe, push that subscribe button, and tune in. We out. Play the music while this shit going on. As you can see, drop fade complete, tutorial complete. Jace, he already in the money. You already know it, man. Please, I need y'all to subscribe. I need y'all to like. I need you to share this content to all barbers, all young barbers, all inspiring barbers. We got so much underway with this. Bro, you might not want to miss out on this, bro. For sure, for sure. Like, tap in and stay tapped in and stay tuned in. We out.